We're going to keep you guys all in the loop today as we move forward with adding a little bit more gusseting on Ferrari exhaust. And then I need to build some mounts, some mounting brackets that are going to hold this thing in place safely. So I've also got to just slightly adjust this so that it's centered. That's why I just tacked it into place, because I usually like to wait until it's on car before I do the final weld on my logo. I had one time where it was just off slightly after welding it on the table and not waiting to make sure that it was centered on the car, because sometimes you can get a little millimeter here and there that you need to adjust on. But that's a lot of talking this morning. Let's go ahead and get started on some work. There you have it, folks. The first custom Ferrari F430 exhaust built here in Hochman Fabrication and Speed. And man, is it beautiful. This thing is all one piece. It bolts right on and off with two simple V-bands, two clamps that go along with that connection. Very, very simple. You can slide it in and out as you saw in the video earlier. I was very excited about how that works out. And overall, it's a very clean and true design. As I mentioned earlier on in the video, we've changed the design from the factory a little bit just to see if we can improve efficiency, sound, and of course performance. gonna go ahead and put this thing down over here and do some glamour shots for you, because man, Billy walked in this morning and he was laughing because I told him, I said, I have a serious problem. He goes, what's your problem? I said, I can't figure out what pictures and how I want to do the pictures because this thing is so damn photogenic. I mean, it's incredible how beautiful this piece is. I absolutely love how this came out. You know, it's been a real long project so far. I mean, it's been here for about a week and a half only, but we have put about 60 hours into this thing. And although it's a small piece, trying to get everything extremely balanced has been extremely difficult. But man, am I happy with the outcome of this. So, as I mentioned before, the unique benefit of this is obviously the change in the design from the V-band to the V-band from the slip-on joint. The factory connections for the exhaust system have a slip-on, which can be a bit of a pain point for those who have ever taken off their exhaust before. You know that over time, after it's been, you know, heated up and cools down, expansion and contraction, if there was any anti-seize that was used during the install, that's either worn off or gone. And you know, the pipe can deform depending on how tight the clamps are on it. So it can be a very tough battle to slide it off and spin it. And so we wanted to eliminate that pain point by making it a one-piece, simple connection. And the solution to that was just 2 V-band flanges with 2 clamps. And obviously makes the design look that much more streamlined. But I can't stop walking around this thing with the camera. I've wasted hours this morning simply just trying to get good shots of it and posting it online, because this is definitely the kind of thing that we want to be getting into more of. Although this was a challenge and this is the first time we've done it, this is really where I'd like to support a market. So yeah, those of you are probably wondering, man, this thing is going to be so loud, it has no mufflers on it. Well, yes, that's true. There are no mufflers on this vehicle, and being that it is a race car and he primarily races it a lot, it doesn't have cats on it either. So it is intended to be extremely loud. We've maintained the valves, which should help with a little bit of noise. But again, this is all customer preference. Everything we do here at Hochman Fabrication and Speed is custom, and it's all about options and what the customer is requesting. Now, I am a trusted advisor and I do steer them with my recommendations, but at the end of the day, it's whatever the customer is asking for. And I wanted to hear this engine, and he also wants to know what it would sound like with a system like this on it, as do I. And from what I've seen in video, the cars that have these straight exhaust systems, obviously not with this design, but with this type of system, whether it be, say, a Fab Speed exhaust or whatever the other brand may be, at high RPMs, it sounds like F1. This is an opinion, of course. I'm sure we'll get a lot of debate and comments. Feel free to flame me in the comments below. I encourage it, so feel free to do so. What we can actually do, if it's too loud, is just add in some resonators into the straight pipes that are ahead of the exhaust system that we've just built here. That'll take the edge off of it, and you know, there is no such thing as, you know, going past the point of no return. Here at Hochman Fab, we build everything out of scratch, so we can always add whatever we want and change whatever we want later on and make this thing sound exactly how the customer wants. But for the moment, this is what he wanted and this is what he's getting. So I know he's excited. He's seen a lot of pictures and he's been in touch on the progress. And matter of fact, he wasn't going to be here till tomorrow, but I know he's racing down here at some point today because he just can't hold himself back from seeing this thing in person and also wanting to further discuss more plans on the project. So those of you that are just now joining us, we appreciate you. If you're not familiar with the channel and what we do, we build race cars and components that look good as they perform. Forgive us for the geese and the birds that are flying around in the background. It's November out here in Chicagoland and we're having some unusually beautiful weather. You normally don't have the door open this time of year, and you certainly don't have those flying around. So I'll welcome them to hang out as long as they like and enjoy the weather along with us. I'll not edit them out because let's just face it, it's something to take in here in 2020. we're gonna go ahead and move forward on this project with some gusseting and some bracket reinforcement, and then we'll do some tips and put the bumper on. So let's get moving forward, and be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already, with all notifications on. If you want to know what's going on in the shop, you never know what's going to pull through that door next. Well, we did it. We finally finished this crazy Ferrari exhaust, and here is the finished result. I'm very pleased with how it looks, but you know, here at Hochman Fabrication and Speed, we're not about how it looks. It's got to perform, and of course, in this case, being an exhaust, sound wonderful. So I think we have a happy customer.